I left Dubai and I went to the UK. I was like, great, it's Christmas, and then it was my birthday, and then it was New Year's. I was like, I'm gonna spend the time of my life here with my friends.
If I could intrude with one more superpower, she has the superpower of bad luck that led her to get rejected by Russia on the way to the UK.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to go to Russia before I went to the UK, and then they changed their travel policy like a day before I was supposed to fly, and I didn't know, so I got to the check-in gate and they rejected me.
So instead of coming to Russia, she went to the UK, which is UK.
Yes, I went to UK, which was pretty yuck, because let me tell you what happened. So when I landed the UK, they have this quarantine policy because we live in a pandemic and whatnot. And the first 2 days, you're supposed to live in quarantine before you get your test result back, and then you would be free to go. So I was in quarantine, and my test result came back. It was negative. Everything was good. But then it turns out the place I was quarantining at had someone who tested positive. So I was quarantining with someone who was positive, and then I ended up positive. And then I spent the rest of my entire holiday in quarantine alone. I spent Christmas, my birthday, and New Year's alone.
I think they were offering you a plausitive for that moment.
Sad. How am I still alive after all of this? This scholar asks. So I guess like something about my superpower means that is staying alive a superpower at this rate?
I think the superpower is one that requires you to suffer the misfortune. So you stay alive so you can keep having more bad luck.
Yeah, so...
But it's also infectious, you give it to others. She does not spread COVID, she spreads bad luck.
Yes, for the record, I have tested negative. I am very healthy now. But yeah, that was how I was in quarantine because they were afraid that I was positive, but I tested negative. But then I ended up catching it in the quarantine. So what a time to be alive.
Was there anything lucky about being in quarantine? Like, did you enjoy anything about being stuck in the same room for like 10 days?
I slept a lot. I slept so much I didn't know if it was day or night.
Does anyone want that?
No.
10 days of sleep.
You know what else you can do in quarantine, or what else you can not do in quarantine? You don't have to shower. I'm just kidding. Hygiene. We value personal hygiene.
The Scholars Cup is pro-cleanliness.
No, it's not.
Someone said no, it's not.
They must have insider knowledge.
So moving on. Yes, US. Oh, you guys remember the geographical locations of my story. So I leave quarantine, and then all my plans didn't happen in the UK. I basically flew there to cancel all my plans, and then stayed in the same room for 10 days.
Yay.
Very sad.
Yay.
Can everyone make sound of sad?
Oh.
Okay. That's called empathy.
No.
Empathy.
Empathy for me.
So after that, I was like, I'm so tired. I am so tired. That's a very good point. No
You
one
were
ever asked me
tired in
that.
your soul.